gals and guys. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to you. We're on day 3. We're doing FreeVee this time out. This time I'm with Rudolph. So I was a big Island of Misfit toy fan when I was a kid. So actually all this stuff is from my ex-wife I got for Christmas from a long time ago. I just happen to still have it. And I'm laying in bed like I did last year when I was watching Christmas movies. But at least my ankle's not broke last year. If you watch my last year's videos, I actually wrapped the boot where my leg was, my ankle was broken. But yeah, we got FreeVee this time out, so let's see what we got. And if you've seen my previous videos, I always like to show everyone what the free streaming services are that are out there for free movies and TV. And here are the movies that we'll be covering this time out. There's 4 pretty good ones and 1 big stinker. You can guess what the stinker is. And then certainly all the links of these movies that you can watch are down in that description. And then you can put any thoughts you have about the movies I covered, or maybe you have a movie you want to shoot at me to watch. And then here's FreeVee, the logo. So let's get to those FreeVee reviews. Love the Coopers, titled Christmas with the Coopers in the UK and Ireland, is a 2015 American Christmas comedy drama film directed by Jesse Nelson and written by Stephen Rogers. The film stars an ensemble cast including Alan Arkin, John Goodman, Ed Helms, Diane Keaton, Jake Lacey, Anthony Mackie, Amanda Seyfried, June Squibb, Marissa Tomei, Timothy Chalamet, and Olivia Wilde, and features the voice of Steve Martin, and follows a dysfunctional family who reunites for the holidays. For their annual Christmas Eve celebration, Sam Cooper and his wife Charlotte welcome 4 generations of extended family, including son Hank, daughter Eleanor, and Charlotte's father Bucky. Sam and Charlotte are separating after 40 years of marriage, while Hank is in the middle of a divorce. As the guests reveal their respective problems, they also rediscover the importance of kinship and the spirit of the holiday. This film was released by CBS Films via Lionsgate on November 13th of 2015 and received negative reviews and grossed $42 million. Now, we got a great cast and a good script working here. This is a very enjoyable movie, one I've never even known existed until this year. As a motion picture release in the theater, I guess I can see why the reviews perhaps weren't great. I watched it free on FreeVee, so I didn't have to pay for it. Maybe that made it for a better movie, I'm not sure. The reviewers on Rotten Tomatoes must have got a coal in their stocking or something. I thought it was more of the better films I reviewed this holiday season, or even the past 3 holiday seasons. It's certainly a lot better than most. I would recommend this dysfunctional family watch this holiday season. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's great seeing Alan Arkin in anything. So I couldn't find a trailer or any clips for this movie anywhere, just the full movie, so we'll go with pictures. And this isn't the 1998 I'll Be Home for Christmas with Jonathan Taylor Thomas. This came 1 year before that, in 1997, and there are other movies with the same title as well. In this movie, veterinarian and part-time Mayor Sarah heads a town council desperate to find a doctor to keep open a small town's hospital. If that happens, family after family will move away and the town will disappear. How big is this hospital? Why does a hospital only have 1 doctor? That right there is pretty extreme. People couldn't go like a town over. They have to move out of town just to find a doctor. That's their criteria for everyone that lives there. I don't know. I just think it's silly. Their hopes are raised when Bob announces his widower son, Michael, the surgeon, and granddaughter are going to visit for the first time in years for Christmas holiday. The mayor's attempt to recruit Michael is complicated by their history and his secret shame. Yes, this plot is completely stupid. I've been a fan of Robert Hayes since the spoof movie Airplane. He also starred in a comedy I watched as a kid called Angie, and as sci-fi fans probably know, Hayes picked up his character from Jeff Bridges in the television show version of Starman. Ann Gillian was in another sitcom I watched as a kid and I enjoyed called It's a Living. And who the hell doesn't love Jack Palance? Even in terrible movies, he's awesome. I'm not saying this is a terrible movie. Well, yes, I'm saying that. This is a terrible movie. Beyond the quality actors, we have a Hallmark Christmas movie here. It follows that type of formula. This movie stands out from your typical Hallmark movie due to the fact it actually has good actors playing characters. It's really the only saving grace for this film. It was Christmas schlock before the Hallmark Channel dominated Christmas schlock. Stupid story, terrible script, just a very uninspiring and boring movie. If you happen to like the Christmas garbage Hallmark puts out every year, you'll probably love this movie. Lost Holiday. Margaret Rocklin is as depressed as unambiguous Christmas carols are cheerful when she returns to the Washington, D.C. suburb of her childhood for a reunion. The wild bunch she grew up with has settled into respectable family life. Adding insult to injury, her former boyfriend is engaged to the most Borgias blonde, whatever that word is, on the East Coast. Margaret reacts by diving into a drinking and drug marathon. With two remaining fellow souls, she roams the suburban no man's land and ends up in an incomparable adventure with kidnapping, extortion, misunderstandings, and clumsy violence as basic ingredients. God, I'm even bored reading the movie synopsis. I hated this movie with extreme prejudice. It was written and directed by both Michael Carey Matthew and Thomas Matthew. I assume they're brothers. Care enough to look it up if they are or they're not. This movie has trailer cards showing awards won at movie festivals you've never heard of, as if that proved the quality of the film. In this movie's case, the Rotterdam and Slam Dance Film Festivals, whatever the hell those are. 99.8% of the population has no idea nor cares. This is one of those movies that tries to be quirky and smart. I can picture the Matthews sitting back with the final script in hand, complimenting each other on how brilliant it is. It's not. The script and the movie as a whole are beyond boring. I'm sure they would brush that criticism off with their artistic impression and that my simple mind can't comprehend the art of it all. That doesn't excuse the fact that this film is a boring piece of shit. It's everything I hate in films. A script that thinks it's smarter than it is when it's just dull. Dialogue no one would ever say in the real world. Characters that want to so badly be quirky for the lack of better word, but just come off like wallpaper. You feel nothing for them. You don't get invested in them. Don't waste your time. Watch the next film because at least it has charm and charisma. Two things this film has zero zippo none of. All right, let's turn to something more wholesome and more Christmas-esque. Mrs. Santa Claus is a 1996 American made-for-television musical fantasy comedy film directed by Terry Hughes with a score by Jerry Herman, starring Angela Lansbury in the title role. First broadcast as a Hallmark Entertainment presentation on CBS on December 8th of 1996. The film was billed as the first original musical written for television since Roger and Hammerstein's Cinderella in 1957. This is a fun family movie. I've loved Angela Lansbury since the movie Bedknobs and Broomsticks. She's taking another musical turn with this television film. Don't expect the songs to be anything overly wonderful. As a side note, the effects weren't half bad. They served the story well, which was surprising for a 1996 television film. I love the old stop-motion stuff. I'm a sucker for the old school practical effects. How can I explain this movie as any more than fun? I do like my raunchy and off-the-wall type of movies through these movie reviews. I also like solid family fare if it's good and doesn't act like their audience is stupid, like the last movie I reviewed. I love this. It was nice, easy film to hold my interest. It was like crawling under a nice Christmas blanket. Grab yourself some hot chocolate and popcorn and curl up to Mrs. Santa Claus, because I'm recommending it this year for your holiday viewing pleasure. So this movie sat in the Christmas section. I'm not really sure why, but anyways, Mia and the White Lion is a 2018 family adventure film directed by Gilles de Maistre. You know I'm going to destroy names. The film stars Dinah de Villiers, Melanie Laurent, and Langley Kirkwood. Sorry everybody for mispronouncing. The film was released in France on December 26th of 2018, so by that very fact, we're going to default this as a Christmas movie, although it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the holiday. Not altogether anyways. The movie was released in the United States on April 12th of 2019. Young Maya's life gets turned upside down when her family decides to leave London to manage a lion farm in South Africa. When a beautiful white lion named Charlie is born, the 10-year-old finds happiness once again as she develops a special bond with the growing cub. When Mia uncovers a secret that puts Charlie in danger, she sets out on an incredible journey across the wild plains to find a sanctuary for her beloved friend. The expansive production was filmed over the course of 3 years so that the film's young star, Dinah de Villiers, and Ryan McLennan could bond and develop real relationships with the lions and other animals that appear in the film. The scenes between the actors and the animals in the film are real and not reliant on CGI. Kevin Richardson, a lion expert also known as the Lion Whisperer, oversaw the entire production process and all interactions between the lions and the children, ensuring the safety of the animals, cast, and crew on the set. The film is based on an original story written by de Maistre's wife, Prune Demastra after they visited lion breeding farms in South Africa. The screenplay was written by Prune Demastre and William Davies. This is a feel-good movie and fits right into the Christmas holiday nicely, even though it's technically not a Christmas movie, although the critical scene of the lion's arrival does take place during the holiday. The film was released at Christmas time and has a Christmas element to it, so it remains in this video. Plus, I love the film, and I wanted to share something that was good with you among the stinkers I had to sit through for this series of 2023 holiday films. If you want to see something in the realm of maybe Homeward Bound, but with a lion and a young girl, then this is your movie. Grab the kids, grab some popcorn, grab a blanket. I'm always telling you to grab popcorn and a blanket. Watch Mia and the White Lion. I highly recommend it. Now, with FreeVee, it's kind of wacky how to get to their free holiday movies. You can either go through a site like Real Good, and they'll parse them for you. Just put in FreeVee holiday movies or Christmas movies at the search. Or, let's see, we can go to Amazon. We can just go to FreeVee. It's kind of weird how they do this. So you can put in FreeVee, and then Prime Video's freebie. They don't have a category for it. So what you can do is put like Christmas in here. Movies. And then you can go down here and should be, there it is. You can just put in FreeVee, and then FreeVee will show you Christmas movies. You just have to go through and see what's what. But hopefully I gave you some to watch from FreeVee, some good ones, except for that one. the other four are pretty good. It's that one that what's it called again? Oh yeah, Lost Holiday. Not the greatest movie in the world. It's a stinker. Don't watch that one. All right, gals and guys, what are we on? We're on FreeVee. I think that we're on our third one, so we've got number 4 tomorrow. So I will catch you tomorrow, and see you then. Bye bye. Ho ho ho.